Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, Arkansas moved on from the well-liked and highly thought-of Sam Pittman, but they have brought in a new young coach that people are really getting behind. Ryan Silverfield has a great resume, and fans are excited. Most importantly, though, Arkansas has gotten behind him in the NIL space. They have brought in a better roster and a lot of talent. Can't wait to see if Arkansas is able to turn this around. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Razorbacks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So Oklahoma's offense will have the ball first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field. Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like C.D. Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Makes the catch. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. He wants to throw it again. Finds his big tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Sategna. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? He'll run it again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. Maybe some room here. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
No bones about it on that 3rd down and goal. You knew exactly what they're doing. We're not kicking field goals. We're here for touchdowns, and it is a physical run. He lowers his shoulder right between the tackles, gonna get in the end zone. Way to start this football game for this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. So the Arkansas Razerbacks offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. K.J. Jackson. They'll have their hands full trying to find any breathing room at all against one of the top defensive backs in the country in Eli Bowen. The run inside. It's Russell. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Pulls it on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a 1st down. Nice start for this offense.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's going to be knocked down incomplete, and we have knocked out the 1st quarter. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll keep it himself. Got 9 yards on the play. It leaves him with 3rd and a yard.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll go right back to the run. Picks up the first down. Might have a chance. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Mateer. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Got his man on the right. He's got enough for the first down, and he might get a few bonus yards if they call that a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. From the gun. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown Sooners! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harrington. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. It's complete to the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. He's there to make the stop.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Finds his man. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. The Razorbacks take their first time out. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. The Sooners will try to move the sticks on fourth down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. On target. Lots of running room. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
Wants to throw again. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here.
Makes a grab on the shot. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Jackson gonna throw it. Under fire. Find some time. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Man, that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play, he drops back, first down. Got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a first down, new set of downs, new set of problems.
Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock it.
Caught, and he's got room. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Looking to throw. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Got rid of it just in time. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Razerbacks.
Well, needless to say, they needed that touchdown. They're down by a lot of points here in this game, and finally something goes right for them offensively. They put the drive together. They score here at the end of the first half. Now, in the second half, they need a lot more of this, and they're going to have to go tempo. They're going to have to stay aggressive, but maybe this gives them the confidence they need to stage a comeback. We'll see.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They marched 78 yards down the field, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. And down he goes back at the 3. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys,
race you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself was key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what are you finding out about the latest on this injury?
Well, guys, the Hogs head coach told me coming out of the locker room at the half, guys, the coach told me their running back will not return to this game. I could see that he has suffered some type of upper body injury. He tested it out several times here on the sideline, but ball security could be an issue. He is definitely out to start this second half. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. So now it's second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. Knocked off his feet.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
The sweet feet buy a little time. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, that is not the start you wanted here in the second half on offense. You're already way down on the scoreboard. You need some good things to happen. And right out of the gate in the third quarter, you put it on the ground, and the defense hops on it. That is just poor job of ball security, and that is not a great job coming out, playing with fire and playing with energy.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Here's a give to Robinson. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. He's got it on the run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up fourth and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Marshall. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Takes the easy one to the back. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Man, sometimes these receivers / running backs just make you look good. 3rd down, everything covered. Nice defensive coverage, drop back, taking away option 1, taking away option 2. But how about the running back slipping out of the backfield, catching the football behind the line of scrimmage, but giving great effort, making the big play for this offense to move the sticks.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Give to the running back. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Quickly complete. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Good timing on the quick out. Breaks into the open. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
And the Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Making side adjustments here. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Robinson again. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the beatdown has ensued.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's Marshall. And the returner will be dragged down. This should be the last play of the quarter. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown Sooners!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. He'll bring it out. It's Harrington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Doing it himself again. Quarterback's got the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
They'll run it on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, they're after him. Swings it out to his running back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Jackson gonna throw it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
The kick is on its way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt, wants to make a play, and the returner is stopped. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Hands it off on the counter. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.